Hey guys, it's Falco.
Hi.
Tell me, when was the last time you played a Sonic game that was actually good? And I mean straight up good. Not Frontier 6 out of 10 good, but just really fucking good. For me, who grew up during the Xbox 360 and PS3 generation, Sonic has mostly been a pretty pathetic franchise filled with slop. Ever since the masterpiece Sonic 06 was brought to life, you've basically had to hide the fact that you're a Sonic fan. Otherwise, you'd be considered a weirdo, unlike the super awesome, mega cool Mario fans that control our government. Tragedy struck again during the Sonic boom era. Fucking hell, you'd be shot on sight for defending Sonic back then. Since then, though, Sonic has recovered, and is actually looking pretty good right now. We got the best Sonic game ever, Sonic Mania in 2017, alongside its deformed and mentally impaired brother, Sonic Forces. Then we had a solid attempt at an open world Sonic with Frontiers, and more recently, Shadow Generations and that new kart racing game everyone's been dick riding like crazy. So it must be pretty good. But what about before Sonic was cringe? Back when Sonic was actually competing with that red plumber guy. On the Sega Genesis, Sonic was the coolest fucking thing alive. He made Mario look like a stupid loser. And my game of choice from this era is Sonic the Hedgehog 2. You may be asking, why Sonic 2 instead of Sonic 3 or Sonic and Knuckles? Or why not just Sonic 3 and Knuckles? Well, I'm probably biased because I don't own physical copies of those games. Not that I haven't played them, I've put a fair bit of time into them through emulators and re-releases. The real answer though is that Sonic 2 is simply peak classic Sonic. It's the perfect game for quick fun. Sonic 1 is a slog with its 3 acts per level and becomes completely fucking dog shit after Green Hill. Sonic 3 is still peak and has fun additions like the Insta-Shield, Elemental Shields, Hypersonic, my favorite special stages, Knuckles, save files, Michael Jackson. But a lot of the stages in that game can be long. Some zones really overstay their welcome, even with just 2 acts. Sonic 2, on the other hand, is the perfect length for a classic Sonic game. Has 8 full zones, 9 if you group Sky Chase and Wing Fortress together, and then the final boss level at the end. You start off in Emerald Hill Zone. Let's be honest, it's just Green Hill again, but it's still really great. I might even like it more. It's colorful, both acts have a solid layout, and it sets the tone for the whole game. My biggest gripe with Sonic 1 is that after Green Hill, the color palette of every zone is downright depressing. And the level design is pure ass. If you somehow find a moment to gain speed in Sonic 1, you are personally fucked in real life by a Sonic Team staff member for even thinking of going fast. Sonic 2 doesn't suffer from this. Every level in Sonic 2 is spots where you can actually go fast, but Chemical Plant is where Sonic really shows off that blast processing. The camera can barely keep up, and if you know the layout, you can clear Act 1 in under a minute. It flows really well. Then Act 2 comes around and Sonic Team decides to remind you, this game isn't for little baby boys. 1 second you're blazing through loops like a blue hedgehog should, the next you're drowning in grape soda. You've got moving blocks waiting to crush you, rising water ready to slow Sonic to a halt, and at the end, a boss fight with instant death pits sprinkled in just to fuck you over. It's chaotic, it's stressful, especially when you miss a jump and fall back further into the water. But it's still peak Sonic. A great mix of speed and tomfoolery. New players might struggle in Aquatic Ruin, but if you stick to the upper path, you can clear the zone without even touching the water. Casino Night can also be cleared pretty quickly if you stay on the top route and don't get distracted by gambling. But so what if you do? These levels have so much energy and detail that it's hard not to get distracted sometimes. And then you hit Hilltop Zone. A pretty slept-on zone. The music has an acquired taste, but the level design is genuinely fun. You've got plenty of slopes to blast through, relaxing lifts, contrasted by some surprisingly tense lava sections. It feels like Emerald Hill's inbred cousin, and it's a nice change of scenery. Now, I don't want to talk about every zone. I've already yapped more than I thought I would, honestly. But I can't conclude the video without talking about Metropolis Zone and the Death Egg Zone. Metropolis Zone is where I personally would just hit the reset button on your console or something, man, cause holy fuck, this zone is a damn nightmare. This zone is 3 fucking acts long. 3 acts could be tolerable if they didn't have the most powerful Batniks in Sonic history. The Mantis Dude, Patrick Star, and Mr. Krabs. Absolute turbo-powered Batniks. They leave you no chance to breathe, man. Your asshole will be stretched out by the end of this zone. And that's if you don't fucking game over to this bullshit. It's not all bad. Getting some momentum can feel really satisfying in contrast to all the fuckery the enemies are pulling. But it's short-lived thanks to all the screws you have to climb up and down. It's a shame, because I do think the music track here is one of the best in the game, but the zone itself? Utter fucking garbage. You'll more than likely lose a shit ton of lives here on your first couple playthroughs, which sucks, cause you'll need them for the final zone. And now, the Death Egg Zone. After you escape Metropolis and do 2 short set-piece levels, really seals the deal, you arrive in space. Pretty cool. But guess what, pal? You've got no fucking rings, and you have to fight 2 bosses back to back with no checkpoints. Up first is Silver Sonic. Honestly, he's pretty easy. I was confused at first, but die to him once or twice and you'll figure it out. His pattern never changes, so once you beat him, you'll never die to him again. The real final boss is Eggman's Sonic Killinator, or the Death Egg Robot, I suppose. This guy will fuck your shit up if you're not careful. Or even if you are careful. The hitboxes on this guy are straight up bullshit. So, good luck. Hope you've got enough lives and continues to beat him. And that's pretty much it. Sonic 2. Oh, Sonic 2. I love Sonic 2. I might have sounded a little negative towards the end here, but seriously, this game is a masterpiece in my eyes, and the most well-rounded entry in the classic Genesis games. I appreciate that I can always just pop it in and have a good time. Sonic 2 isn't just peak Sonic, it's proof that the Blue Rat was once untouchable. Before Sega decided to see how fast they can run an entire franchise straight into the ground.